That's it. So, Dr. O'Keefe, I think it's about time that we found out exactly what these gadgets are all about, because there's many people have seen you on various programmes, including the one you're most famous for, which was Most Haunted, and they always see you in the background with your gadgets, and we don't know what you do with them.
Okay. Well, what I normally have in front of me is basically this is a field tester, essentially. It's a gadget that measures the electromagnetic field focused around the humidification of the electrosmog associated with an infrasonic level of transgressence. Now, the problem with this is, of course, when you do have a gadget like this, that you basically have a situation where you get lots of units of measurement.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the units of measurements on my field tester, you'll see at the moment it's showing dash dash, and that's basically an industrial way of saying "FU, change my battery."
Okay.
But in addition to that, you know, when I'm measuring the transfiguration of the electrosmog indicators, I also have a situation where the lighting of it kind of interacts with what I'm saying. And that basically ensures that I get a constant record at all times of what's happening in association with kind of almost like I would say like a boosting frequency.
Right.
You know, and so you can have a look, you know, and tell exactly what the boosting frequency is associated with the transfiguration of the electrosmog capacity of the frequency of sound that I'm measuring. And that's just in simple terms.
And that's just one gadget that you've described there.
Yes.
So imagine how bored we could be if you described every single gadget you use. Did I say bored? Did I say bored? When I actually said bored, what I meant was bored. Don't look at me like that and go in a huff. It's not everybody finds the same sort of things exciting. Gadgets excite some people. Spirits excite.
You find my gadgets boring.
Yeah.
And yet you find standing around a table, putting your fingers on it and saying, "Is there anybody there? Please move this table." That's exciting.
Yes.
Right. I'd be excited if we got the Arsenal football team down at MFI all doing it at the same time.
Is this a confession?
Not a confession. IKEA. It doesn't have to be MFI.
Okay. Or any store like it.
Any store like it, yes. Any store. I think on that note, we'll say good night. Our investigation of the castle, specifically the witch's room when Chris and I were there, was it was quite interesting. I have to say it's the first time I've heard of two historical figures from basically two different areas, two literally different time periods practically, joining together and slapping arse. The first time I've heard of it, and hopefully it'll be the last. However, there was some bizarre kind of evidential message that came through, which was very personal. People at home will say, yeah, you know, it could have been vague, but it felt very personal. Chris brought through my grandmother. He described her exactly, down to the T. The description is something nobody else would have known. He delivered a personal message that nobody would have known. And it's something that made me very, very emotional. Let's leave aside the fact that her name wasn't Ermintrude, that it was Molly. Let's leave that aside, because the rest of it was so accurate. You know, it starts to make me question my own belief.
He told me I was right. Sorry.
That's it.
Oh. Hi, I'm Ciaran O'Keefe, and the bit I said about the name being Molly was bullshit. Her name... what was her name?
You've gone already. Ermintrude.
Ermintrude. That was her name. Oh. This is Ciaran O'Keefe signing off from the castle and the witch's room.
Okay.
Okay. And Chris is great.
Right. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Tip me over, and tea comes out my spout.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Why am I getting that kind?
I'm a little teapot,